to Straight Out of 6th grade. I'm Brooklyn.
I'm Charity.
I'm Kennedy, and we're your producers.
We are going to run into Cooper, Nate, and Braden to talk about cross country.
Let's go!
Hello, Coach Hart. We are going to interview for our sports segment. My first question for you is, what should runners do to prepare for their next meet?
We prepare for our next meet with a lot of running at practice, sprints, long distance, drills, and lots of stretching.
I tell you one thing, I cannot stretch that much. My second question for you is, how many days a week do you guys practice, and what do you do in those practices?
Well, at those practices, like I said before, we stretch, we do drills, we run lots of miles, and then we stretch again, and to just have a good time when we run so we can keep improving.
But also, how many days a week do you guys practice?
We practice Monday through Friday. If the kids practice on their own, then it'll be even better when they practice on their own on the weekends if they get more miles in.
Cool. That was Coach Hart.
We will be interviewing Cooper Inch.
Hello, Cooper.
Hi, Nate.
Today I have 3 questions to ask you. The first one is, how many miles do you usually run at your meet?
We usually run 1.8. Sometimes we do 2. One time we did 1.2. The time we did 2 was our big Saturday meet, our biggest meet. We usually run 1.8 miles.
The next question is, how long does it usually take you to finish your meet?
That usually takes me about 15 to 16 minutes. Sometimes I run, if I'm really going, I can run 14. And it's never happened, but if I'm really slow, I can do it probably 17 to 20, but that never happens. It's usually 16 to 15 minutes in there.
Well, your last question is, should you be running at home?
Yeah, you should always be running home. There's never the top level. You can always hit higher, so yeah, you should always be running at home.
Well, that was Cooper Wrench and Coach Hart, both an amazing athlete and a great coach. We wish them luck at the next meet.
In the cross-country segment, I was the person who got interviewed because I'm on the cross-country team.
Hi, I'm Keith, and I interviewed Coach Hart.
My name is Nate, and I was the writer/interviewer of the cross-country segment.
My name is Braden, and I was the camera. Thanks.
Next thing we're going to do is go to teacher interviews. The teachers that these following students are interviewing are Miss McKnight
And Miss Anderson.
and the students that are interviewing these 2 teachers are Kimberly,
Isaiah.
and Talia.
Let's go.
Hello and welcome to the new teachers of YMS. So, how do you like YMS so far?
So far, I really like YMS. I've met a lot of great kids. I love teaching 8th grade. It's where I've always kind of taught, and I'm from the area, so I really like how positive all the kids are.
What do you teach?
I teach 8th grade English.
So what do you specifically like about language arts?
I really like teaching kids how to get better at reading, and then how to really take their writing skills to the next level.
So what do you actually teach in language arts?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
What do you exactly teach in language arts?
So we really work on critical thinking in terms of what we're reading. So thinking and discussing about what we're reading. I like to teach kids how to organize their writing, how to write good, solid, quality details, things like that.
Yee. Welcome back with Mrs. Anderson.
What do you like to teach?
So obviously language arts, but especially reading is one that I like to work a lot with. The other thing is just kind of with the 8th graders, making sure they're ready for the high school and know their parts of speech, things like that, so they're ready.
What is your favorite thing to teach?
Probably my favorite thing, because I taught high school before, I'm kind of running into some new books, which is a lot of fun. Right now we're doing some work studying about Helen Keller, and all of my students are learning a little bit of American Sign Language to go along with that.
Welcome!
Here we are with an Improved STEM Lab where fun activities are.
Let's go to Cameron and Brody to talk about STEM Lab. Let's go!
Welcome to the YMS STEM.
Have you guys heard about the new STEM class? STEM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics. This class is taught by Mrs. Alcorn. Students who take STEM class will be presented with real-world problems and use their STEM skills to provide solutions for these challenges.
Now let's interview Ms. Alcorn for some more information.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Kristen Alcorn, and yes, this is the first year that I've taught STEM. I've taught at YMS for 4 years, but this is the first year of officially teaching STEM. So yeah, this is also the first time that I'm actually teaching STEM things. I have done a few activities in my 8th grade science class that involve STEM, but this is really the first time doing STEM full-time, and I absolutely love it. And I am excited to teach STEM, first because it's something different, but second because I really believe in the skills that kids are learning. I think it will help them as they grow into adults. Skills like working together, learning how to use both math and writing and reading skills. We do that. Those are ways that we present our information is with reading and writing skills, and also we use math to analyze our data. So yeah, I think these are all skills that are important to becoming a good adult. And of course, learning to work together and solve problems is important too. I've taught 8th grade science before, and some people have been curious about what goes on in STEM. And in STEM, we talk about real-world problems. So our first real-world problem is in Delhi, India. The air quality is really bad there, and so the kids make air filters for people in Delhi, India, and we actually are sending our air filters and information about the air filters to a school over there. It's called Modern School, and the air filters are on their way as we speak, or I should say the information about the air filters is on their way there. And then of course our second unit is food deserts. We've started that one already. We help people in Indianapolis, Indiana, who live in low-income areas that are more than a mile away from a grocery store, because we're finding that, of course, low-income, they struggle to find transportation to grocery stores. So we are growing a garden with cheap, inexpensive materials. The only thing that people would have to buy would be like the seeds, and then we will send this information to the people who live in food deserts in Indianapolis, so that way they could grow their own very cheap and inexpensive gardens. Concerning how far did the first challenge go? I mean, how far did it go? Well, we're sending stuff to Delhi, India, so I mean location-wise it went far, but how far did it go like in the process? We don't just ever talk about doing stuff, we actually do stuff in STEM. We actually build things. Even if the supplies are limited, and maybe in the real world you would have a lot more supplies, but we deal with limited supplies, and we still present something and we still make something that functions. And then of course throughout the year you'll be seeing us do other things besides just making air filters. We'll be growing our gardens. The gardens are going to be inside because, again, with the food desert, we're trying to do something that could be easily done even for someone who doesn't have space to grow a garden. So you'll see us growing gardens in the room, and then we'll finish up the year studying vaccines, which will be pretty cool.
How do you feel about STEM class?
I think it's a great way for kids to communicate and work together as a team.
Do you like it?
I think it's okay. I like it.
What have you done in this class?
We learned about air quality and we prototyped with Legos. Right now we are learning how to build a garden for people in Indianapolis. Let's see. Do you like it?
Yeah.
Okay. What are you guys learning right now? Thank you for watching our STEM class segment.
And make sure you come back next time on Straight Outta 6th Grade News.
Do you love history? Now we're going to talk about the Hong Kong issue.
Let's go to Landon, Becca, Gavin, and Skylar to talk about it.
Let's go!
First World History segment this week is going to be on the violence in the Chinese administration territory of Hong Kong.
Yes, as most of you have heard, many violent riots are breaking out across the territory of Hong Kong due to an extradition bill. In today's segment, weeks ago in Hong Kong, the protests started out to get a little bit out of hand. Hundreds of protesters charged the official government office with fire and smoke bombs. Chinese police were even called to mark protesters and attack any offenders. On the same weekend, estimated 2,000 college students took to the streets to protest against the extradition bill itself.
Later that week, Hong Kong government officials signed to eliminate the bill, but several Chinese officials are standing by their amended protests and are now at a decline, but still at large.
Have you ever been so excited to see a summer movie? Well, Isabella and Michaela are going to be talking about 5 of them. Let's go.
Here's some pictures of the movie.
So, what did you think about the movie?
I thought the movie was so great. What were some of your favorite parts?
Well, I really liked when they did all the dancing and the music and stuff. The sad part was when we was still, I still urge to watch it over and over again. Do you want to do it? Here are some people who have seen The Lion King. What did you guys think?
Awesome! I thought it was adventurous, funny at some points, and sad at some points.
I honestly thought it was sad because some of the animals died. I also thought it was pretty cool because of the musical notes that they did, and I also thought it was hilarious because at some points when they fought, funny things happened.
That Spider-Man movie was so great.
I know, right?
Make sure you see it in the theater soon.
I'm interviewing someone who has seen the Spider-Man movie Far From Home. What did you think about it?
It was pretty good. I mean, it was another addition to the MCU, which I'm a pretty big fan of. I thought it was a little better than Homecoming, but some of those scenes were pretty crazy.
Do you have a favorite part?
Mine would probably be towards the middle, where he's fighting against that big lava guy in the city of Prague. And I found it kind of funny how Peter Parker came up to as Spider-Man. And the joke about Night Monkey was pretty funny too.
Thank you. Really good movie. You guys should see it sometime.
Make sure you go to the AMC Theater and watch Frozen 2 when it comes out.
Next up is the Addams Family. Make sure to go see it in the theater soon. And that's the end of our segment.
Thanks for watching!
Oh, so close. Oh, didn't see you there. Now we're gonna go to challenges with Emma, Layla, Owen, Ella, Micah, and Xander. Let's roll!
Try to say the alphabet backwards.
WQ. RSTU. I'm just saying it the other way now. UPV.
Now it's my turn.
Pronounce my name backwards. Allie. L-A.
I don't really like marshmallows.
So, what are we drawing today? How about we draw a dog? Okay, let's get going. Yeah, there's no lead right now, but that's fine. I can just switch that soon, really soon, because I'm not even drawing right now. But yep, there we go. We got some lead. Good. Oh, that's a lot. That's fine. Oh, we got a circle. That's really good. A broken pencil. That's fine. Another thing. I don't even need to look at what I'm drawing because it's gonna turn out good anyway. So we all know, and it's just, it looks really good. Thanks. We're done. Wait, did he see?
I don't want to alarm you.
Thank you for watching the news show. I'm Brooklyn.
I'm Kennedy.
And I'm Charity.
And we're your producers. See you soon.
Bye.